Alright, it just started. The stream just started. Alright. We're gonna be watching Red Bull Gives You Farts once again, but with a collab here, yingVr. Morning. Good morning. I meant afternoon.
Not good morning.
Anyways, let's just open this up again and do it.
Red Bull gives you farts.
I'm watching my own video. Let's
Kind of
go.
a stupid video, but farts.
Red Bull gives you farts.
One shot.
Red Bull gives you farts.
Start now.
Red Bull gives you farts. Red Bull gives you farts.
Oh.
Red Bull gives you farts. Red Bull gives you farts.
I'm watching myself reacting to this, and I'm watching
Red
this.
Bull gives you farts.
I'm watching the original.
Red Bull gives you farts. Red Bull gives you farts. Red Bull gives you
Dude.
farts.
If
Red Bull gives you farts.
I have to stand like closer to the mic because in my video I wasn't that loud, so I have to be.
Red Bull gives you farts. Red Bull gives you farts.
I don't think any other
Red Bull gives you
YouTubers
farts.
except for Mr. Beast would have made like.
Red Bull gives you farts.
This is the dumbest live stream ever. If anyone's watching this, dude, this is revolutionary.
I have a screen in front of me and I'm sitting in total blackness.
Red Bull
Literally.
gives you farts.
It's
Why am I doing this?
worse than what you
Why am I
Red Bull
doing
gives you
this?
farts.
Even my older self was asking why am I doing this.
My only other entertainment is my hand tracking.
Red Bull gives you farts.
That's it.
My only entertainment's talking to you and watching myself.
Red Bull gives you farts.
I should probably close out that.
Red Bull gives you farts. 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 Red Bull gives
Dude,
you
I'm telling
farts.
you, you're gonna get so bored like halfway
Red Bull
through.
gives you farts.
It's actually insane.
How long
Red
have we
Bull
already
gives
been
you
on
farts.
this?
Red Bull gives you
2
farts.
minutes.
2 minutes? Okay, it's
Red
not
Bull
that
gives you
bad.
farts.
I'm gonna lose brain cells.
Red Bull gives you farts. Red Bull gives you farts.
Are you watching the same video as me? Like, are you watching the
Red
actual
Bull gives you
video or
farts.
just?
I'm watching the actual video, not your.
Red Bull gives you
thing.
farts.
Oh, okay.
Red Bull gives you farts. 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 Red Bull gives you farts.
Yeah.
Red
So
Bull
close
gives you
my
farts.
Yeah, you can
Red
close
Bull
your
gives you
eyes. No one
farts.
would know if you closed your eyes or not.
Well, yeah,
Red
no
Bull
one would
gives
know
you
if I close
farts.
my eyes with that this thing in my head.
Red Bull gives you farts. Red Bull gives you farts. Red Bull gives you farts. Red Bull gives you farts.
Oh my gosh!
Red Bull
I'm
gives
gonna
you
lose my
farts.
mind already. I've already watched this for an
Red Bull
hour.
gives you farts.
Really how I'm gonna spend
You haven't done this
Red Bull
Now you gotta
gives you
watch it
farts.
again.
an hour of my
Red Bull
day.
gives you farts.
An hour of
Can you
my
give me
day.
my blue whistle
Red Bull
thing?
gives you farts.
Blue, what?
The whistle thing.
Red
the
Bull
noise
gives you
maker.
farts. Red Bull gives you farts.
That's gonna be entertainment too?
Yep.
Red Bull gives
That's
you
gonna be
I
farts.
have no clue where it is.
It's
Red Bull gives you
there.
farts.
I'd have
Red
to
Bull
pause the
gives you
video
farts.
because I'm technically not looking at the screen.
Okay.
Red Bull gives you farts.
Thank you. Which way?
Huh?
Red Bull gives you farts. Red Bull gives you
Sounds
farts.
like a.
Red Bull gives you farts. Red Bull gives you farts. Red Bull gives you farts.
I can hear the
Red
audio
Bull gives
from
you
your head.
farts.
I can turn it up.
Red Bull gives you farts.
The only thing that
Red Bull gives you farts.
I can freaking hear it.
Red Bull gives you farts. Red Bull gives you farts. Red Bull gives you farts.
Why did Chris think this was funny? I don't
Red Bull
get
gives you farts.
it. The OG knows. I mean, not
Red Bull gives you farts. Red Bull gives you farts. Red Bull gives you farts. Red Bull gives you farts.
We are 4
Red
minutes
Bull
in.
gives you farts.
4 minutes.
Yeah.
Red Bull gives you
It doesn't
farts.
seem that bad.
Oh, it's bad.
Red
It
Bull
gets
gives
bad.
you farts.
I'm gonna pause the video. thing.
Red Bull gives you farts.
Alright, this is when I pause it, so I'm just gonna have to skip
Red
through
Bull
it.
gives you farts. Red
This is the
Bull-
part where I pause it.
Red Bull gives you farts.
The collaboration no one asked for, and the collaboration no one needed.
Collaboration.
But the collaboration
Black.
Red
Everyone.
Bull gives you farts.
Oh, my
wanted.
screen just went bigger for some reason.
Black.
Red Bull gives you farts. Red Bull gives you farts. Red Bull gives you farts.
My screen got closer to me.
Are you
Red Bull
sure
gives
it's
you
even a
farts.
Red Bull?
Red Bull gives you farts. Red Bull gives
This is
you
gonna be way
farts.
more doable since there's two people, not
Red
just
Bull
me.
gives you farts.
Yeah, now we can actually talk to each other.
Red Bull gives you farts.
Talk to her? We should start a podcast. Talk to her. Talk to her.
Red Bull gives you farts. Red Bull gives you farts.
I mean, you can plastic off this.
Red Bull gives you farts. Red Bull gives you
You know, now that I think about it, you could be playing a game on the
Red Bull
side.
gives you farts.
I can't.
Oh, okay.
Red Bull gives
I
you
forgot how to
farts.
put my YouTube as my mini screen.
Red Bull gives you farts. 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 Red Bull gives you farts.
Would you call this Red Bull gives you farts maxing?
Red Bull gives you farts.
Red Bull gives you farts
Red
maxing?
Bull gives you farts.
Nah, RB fart
Red Bull gives
maxing.
you farts. Red Bull gives you farts. Red Bull gives you farts.
I think I just lost
Red
53
Bull
brain
gives you
cells.
farts.
Yeah, you're gonna lose a lot more.
Red Bull gives you
You're gonna lose a whole lot more.
Red Bull gives you farts. Red Bull gives you farts. Red Bull gives you farts. Red Bull gives you farts.
I do not want to do this, bro.
We are 5 and 6 minutes.
Red Bull gives you farts. 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 Red Bull gives you farts.
What if I go this the other way?
Red Bull gives you farts. Red Bull gives you farts. Red Bull gives you farts. Red
Sounds a
Bull
lot
gives you
different.
farts. Red
If
Bull
you guys are tuning in, enjoy.
gives you farts.
Why am I doing this?
Enjoy our suffering.
Red Bull gives you farts.
I gotta pull up OBS real quick.
Red Bull gives you farts. Red Bull gives you farts. Red Bull
Yeah.
gives you farts.
What?
I just remembered I'm using the
Red Bull
pro
gives you
stuff,
farts.
meaning the
Red Bull
rubber
gives you
part right
farts.
here that protects my face.
Uh-huh.
Red Bull
It
gives you
has these
farts.
flaps right here where my nose are, and I
Red Bull
can't
gives
see
you
any
farts.
light down the bottom now.
Red Bull gives you farts.
Which means I'm literally
Red Bull
sitting
gives
in
you
pure
farts.
darkness with this video on.
Red Bull gives you farts.
Just sit-
Red Bull gives you farts. 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 Red Bull gives you farts.
Oh, my headset does it over.
Red Bull gives you farts. Red Bull gives you
My headset
farts.
is over.
This is more like just hearing Red
Red Bull
Bull
gives
gives
you
you farts. It's not like totally watching
Red Bull
it.
gives you farts.
Because you could ignore it.
Red Bull gives you farts. Red Bull gives you
Here,
farts.
I'll put my face down here so you can actually see me.
Red Bull gives you farts.
I'm doing it for my stream.
Red Bull gives you farts. 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 Red Bull gives you
Is
farts.
this entertaining?
Red Bull gives you
This
farts.
is entertaining.
Red Bull gives you farts.
This thing right here is entertaining.
Red Bull gives you farts. Red Bull gives you farts.
I can
Red Bull
make
gives you farts.
this stuff be a spider.
Red Bull gives you farts.
I have my
Red Bull
hand
gives you
tracking.
farts.
I can't believe I'm
Red
doing
Bull
this
gives you
again.
farts. Red Bull gives you
8
farts.
minutes
Red Bull gives you farts. 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 Red Bull gives you farts.
I'm gonna hate this after this.
Red Bull
I'm
gives you
absolutely
farts.
hate this after this.
Red Bull gives you farts.
in. Why is it so low?
Red Bull
Can I
gives you
change the
farts.
No.
Red Bull gives you
I mean,
farts.
Yeah, it's
Red Bull gives you
it only
farts.
it's only at one. It's only
Red
at
Bull
like
gives you
360p or something.
Red Bull gives you farts.
It's only at like
Red
360p.
Bull gives you farts.
144 or 360.
Red Bull gives you
really.
farts.
144.
Red Bull gives you farts.
Yeah.
But it says 5.
Red Bull gives you farts. Red Bull gives you farts.
That looks terrible.
Yeah, I know it looks
Red Bull
really
gives you
bad.
farts. Red Bull gives you farts. Red Bull gives you farts. Red Bull gives you farts.
This is the dumbest idea ever. I don't even know why I did this the first time. I don't know what was going through my head when I was doing this.
Red Bull gives you farts. Red Bull gives you farts.
Red Bull gives you farts.
Red Bull gives you farts. Red Bull gives you farts. Red Bull gives you farts.
Look at this guy. Look at this guy.
Go for me because mine's playing a little ahead.
Red Bull gives you farts. Red Bull gives you farts. Red Bull gives you farts.
Guys, I think Red Bull gives you farts. Does Red Bull give you farts or wings? Let me know.
Red Bull gives you farts. Red Bull gives you farts.
By the way, I do weddings.
You do what?
I do weddings.
Farts.
You do wedding?
Watching Red Bull gives you farts.
Who put you do wedding?
I don't know, bro.
Red Bull gives you farts.
What if it was just a bot?
Red Bull gives you farts.
A bot?
A bot.
Red Bull gives you farts.
It could have been.
Controller.
Red Bull gives you farts.
I don't think so. Do you do weddings? Is kind of a specific question.
Red Bull gives you farts.
I can see my
Red Bull
fingers
gives you
through my
farts.
hand.
Red Bull gives you farts.
Can you still see this screen from your VR or no?
Red Bull gives you farts.
All I see
Red Bull gives
is
you
blackness
farts.
around me, and then just
Red Bull gives you farts. 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 Red Bull gives you farts.
I can't believe I'm watching this.
Red Bull gives you farts.
This is an embarrassment.
Red Bull gives you farts.
This is an embarrassment.
Red Bull gives you farts.
this sucks.
Red Bull gives you farts.
Yeah, I know.
Red Bull gives you
11
farts.
Yup.
Red Bull gives you
Get ready.
Nah, it's nothing.
Red Bull gives you farts. Red Bull gives you farts. Red Bull gives you farts. Red Bull gives you farts.
Red Bull gives you farts. Where's my
Red Bull
controller?
gives you farts. Red Bull gives you farts.
Where's my
Red Bull gives
where's
you
my-
farts. Red Bull gives you farts. Red Bull gives you farts. Red Bull gives you farts.
My controller won't
Red Bull
work.
gives you farts. Red Bull gives you farts.
Mr. Beast thought counting 200,000.
Red Bull
bad.
gives you farts.
Try watching this one.
Dude, I'm watching
Red
it
Bull
on
gives
I
you
think
farts.
144. It's so bad.
Red Bull gives you farts.
My hand tracking is gone. I can't do
Red Bull
anything.
gives you farts. Red Bull gives you farts. Red Bull gives you farts.
There's, 12 minutes.
Red Bull
Oh,
gives
my
you
Oculus
farts.
is broken. I can't even
Red Bull gives you
change the
farts.
quality back.
Red Bull gives you farts. Red Bull gives you farts.
Hey, Dom.
What?
Red
Let's
Bull
play
gives you
I
farts.
Spy with the video.
Red Bull gives
Okay.
you farts.
You go first.
Red Bull gives you farts.
I spy something.
Red Bull
Blue.
gives you farts.
Blue.
Yeah.
Red Bull gives you farts. Red Bull gives you farts.
You see something blue.
Red
Yeah,
Bull
I see
gives you
something blue.
farts. Red Bull gives you farts.
Is it the Red Bull thingy?
Red Bull gives you farts.
No. The Twitter logo. Do you see it in the corner of the screen? Do you see it?
Red Bull gives
I mean,
you farts.
my face cam's covering it,
I'm
but
on the
Red Bull
original
gives you
thing.
farts.
The
This is
original
such a
video.
bad idea.
Red Bull gives you farts.
well, part of my face cam is covering up
Red Bull gives
the
you farts.
corner of the video.
Original video, not the
Red Bull gives you
Twitter
farts.
The Twitter logo is
Red Bull
still
gives you
there.
farts. Red Bull gives you 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 farts. Red Bull
I wonder if anyone joined. I'm gonna check.
Red Bull gives you farts. Red Bull gives you
Why is
farts.
this even on the internet?
Red Bull gives you farts. 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 Red Bull gives you farts.
I think Red Bull gives you farts.
Red Bull gives you farts. Red Bull gives you farts. Red Bull gives you farts.
13 minutes, 14 minutes.
Red Bull gives you farts. 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 Red Bull gives you farts.
Now this. is what Red Bull. This is what Red Bull gives you farts maxing is all about right here. Oh God!
That's so loud. Oh my God.
Red Bull gives you
This
farts.
is the longest hour ever.
Red Bull gives you farts. 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 Red Bull gives you farts.
Where do you find this video?
Red Bull gives you
I don't know.
Red Bull gives you farts.
I've seen
Red Bull gives you farts.
Oh my God!
Red Bull gives you farts. Red Bull gives
Even
you
the
farts.
dog's freaking out, dude.
Red Bull gives you farts. Red Bull gives you farts. Red Bull gives you farts.
That's not halfway.
Red Bull gives you farts.
Why is it dog?
Red Bull gives you farts.
Oh my God! It's
Red Bull gives you farts. Red Bull gives you farts.
even the dog's freaking out, dude.
Red Bull gives you farts.
Wait for it.
Red Bull gives you farts.
Oh!
Red Bull gives you farts. Red Bull gives you farts.
Oh my gosh. Okay, now this is like too loud.
Red Bull gives you farts.
Am I still on your camera thing?
Red Bull gives you farts.
What?
Am I still on your camera?
Red Bull gives you farts.
I think so.
Red
Yeah,
Bull
you were
gives
on my camera.
Red Bull gives you farts.
Oh my gosh. Okay, now this is like too loud.
Red Bull gives you farts.
Am I still on your camera thing?
Red Bull gives you farts.
What?
Am I still on your camera?
Red Bull gives you farts.
I think so.
Red Bull gives you farts.
Yeah, you were on my camera.
Red Bull gives you farts. Red Bull gives you farts. Red Bull gives you farts. Red Bull gives you farts.
I think we're almost like 17 minutes in. It's not too bad, dude.
Red Bull gives you farts.
Who else is watching my stream?
Someone's watching me.
So I think someone is. Oh my goodness, dude. Thank you. Thank you, bro.
How many
Red Bull
views?
gives you farts. Red Bull gives you farts.
I think we're almost like
Red Bull gives you
17 minutes in.
farts.
It's not too bad, dude.
Red Bull gives you farts.
Watching my stream. I think someone is. Oh my goodness, dude. Thank you. Thank you,
Red
bro.
Bull gives you farts.
Yeah, this is like too loud. I'm putting this back and like testing the sound quality.
Red Bull gives you farts. 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 Red Bull gives you farts.
Oh my
Red
God.
Bull gives you farts. Red Bull gives you farts. Red Bull gives you farts.
Is this good? Testing, testing.
Red Bull gives you farts.
Testing, testing, testing.
Red Bull gives you farts. Red Bull gives you farts. Red Bull gives you farts. Red Bull gives you farts.
Oh, you better be recording.
Red Bull
this,
gives you farts.
man.
Red Bull gives you
What?
Are
farts.
you recording too?
Yeah.
Red Bull gives you farts. Red Bull gives you farts. Red Bull gives you farts.
This is the best live stream that's ever hit the internet.
Red Bull gives you farts.
Someone joined for a second.
Red Bull
Now they're
gives you
gone,
farts.
unfortunately.
Red
How
Bull
many
gives you
viewers did it
farts.
say it was?
So let's make a song about
Red Bull gives you farts.
What?
How many viewers did it
Red
say
Bull
it
gives you
was?
farts.
It said 2, but now it says 1
Red Bull gives
because
you
I was the only
farts.
one watching it.
Red Bull gives you farts.
It's alright.
Red Bull gives you farts.
Even even my bad self
Red
is
Bull gives
crying.
you farts. Red Bull gives 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 you farts.
Is this entertaining?
Red Bull gives you farts.
Is this entertaining?
Red Bull gives you farts. 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 Red Bull gives you farts.
Is this entertaining?
Red Bull gives you farts. Red Bull gives you. Red Bull gives you farts.
Is this entertaining?
Red Bull gives you farts. 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 Red Bull gives you farts.
Oh, perfectly timed.
Red Bull gives you farts. 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 Oh, perfectly timed. Red Bull gives you farts. Red Bull gives you farts.
Look at me, bro.
Red Bull gives you farts. 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 Red Bull gives you farts.
Sorry.
Red Bull gives you farts. 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 Red Bull gives you farts.
We're about
farts.
21 minutes
Red Bull gives you
in. 21
farts.
minutes.
Red Bull gives you farts.
Am I able
Red
to
Bull gives you
make
farts.
this to where
Red Bull gives you farts.
watching panel?
Red Bull gives you farts.
Watching what?
Okay.
Red Bull gives you farts.
What panel?
Red Bull gives you farts. Red Bull
There
gives
we
you
go.
farts.
I have it on the little screen now.
Red Bull gives you
Now I can
farts.
see you. Cannot see your screen because
Red
it
Bull
looks
gives you
almost
farts. Red Bull gives you
It
farts.
just had to pause the video for like
Red
3
Bull gives you
seconds.
farts. Red Bull gives you farts.
Why is my cursor not out of the way?
Red Bull gives
It's
you
kind of annoying.
farts. Red Bull gives you 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 farts. Red Bull gives
This
you
is
farts.
stupid.
Red Bull gives you farts. Red Bull gives you farts.
So loud.
Red Bull
Can
gives
you
you
hear my
farts.
headset?
Yes, it's very loud.
Red Bull gives you farts.
It's probably vibrating your
Red Bull
whole head.
gives you farts. Red Bull gives you farts. Red Bull gives you
Why am I not
farts.
sitting in pitch black darkness?
Red Bull gives you
I
farts.
see the thing you're talking about.
Red Bull gives you farts.
Twitter.
Red Bull gives you farts.
Yeah, it's in the corner.
I
Red
just
Bull
needed to
gives
see
you
how it's
farts.
working.
Red Bull gives you farts.
I spy.
Red Bull gives you farts.
I
Red Bull
spy
gives you farts.
something.
Red Bull gives you farts.
Red.
Red Bull gives you farts. Red Bull gives you farts. Red Bull gives you
No, man.
farts.
Yeah.
I spy
Red Bull
something.
gives you farts. Red Bull gives you farts.
Is it the stripe on the sneakers?
Red Bull
No.
gives you farts.
His
Red
ears?
Bull gives you farts.
No.
The
Red Bull gives you
Instagram thing?
farts.
No.
Red Bull
Well,
gives
it's probably
you
something
farts.
that I can't see. So what is it?
Red
You
Bull
can see
gives
it.
you farts.
No, my
On the
face
can.
cam?
Red
The
Bull
very
gives you
top of the
farts. Red Bull gives you
Printing?
farts.
What is that?
I don't
Red Bull
know. It
gives you
looks like
farts.
red blur.
Red Bull gives you
It does look
farts.
like red something.
Red Bull gives you farts. Red Bull gives you
I
farts.
spy something.
Red Bull
black.
gives you farts.
This is really
Red
how
Bull
we're
gives
gonna
you
spend an
farts.
hour of our time.
Red Bull gives you
I spy
farts.
something black.
Red Bull gives you farts. 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 Red Bull gives you farts.
This is really how we're gonna
Red
spend
Bull
an
gives
hour
you
of our time. To make sure that I didn't waste my time,
Red Bull gives you
I gotta make sure I
farts.
don't black.
Red Bull gives you farts.
Red Bull gives you
Red
farts.
Bull gives you farts.
Red Bull gives you
Red
farts.
Bull gives you farts. Red 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 Bull gives you farts.
To make sure that I didn't
Red
waste
Bull
my
gives
time.
you farts. Red Bull gives 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 you farts. Red Red Bull gives you force.
Go for it.
Red Bull gives you force. 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 Red Bull gives you force.
Wait, but this is a cool song. I'm gonna go with this.
Red Bull gives you force. Red Bull gives you force.
This is so bad.
Red Bull
Oh! Yeah!
Red Bull gives you force. Red Bull gives you force. Red Bull gives you force. Red Bull gives you
Like someone's taking a dump.
Red Bull gives you force. Red Bull gives you
Ah! I'm gonna lose my mind.
force.
We're not even halfway through yet.
Red Bull gives you force. 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 Red Bull gives you force.
I'm turning that.
I'm gonna put my
Red Bull
screen
gives you force.
on your screen.
Red Bull gives you force.
And it's not.
Red Bull gives you force. Red Bull gives you force.
That's gonna
Red Bull
damage
gives
my
you
ears.
force. Red Bull gives you force.
I'm not sure if you're even still in view anymore.
Red Bull gives you force.
You're not that in
Red Bull
view. I
gives
mean,
you
we can see
force.
like your pants and your shirt.
Red Bull gives
Now
you
I'm in it,
force. Red Bull gives you force.
Wow, how are we not halfway
Red Bull
through
gives you
yet?
force.
Okay.
Red Bull gives you force.
26
Red Bull
minutes?
gives you
Yeah,
force.
26 minutes.
Alright, 25.
Red Bull gives you force. Red Bull gives you force. Red Bull gives you force.
Should I post this on the Snapchat story?
Yeah.
Red Bull gives you force. 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 Red Bull gives you force.
This camera
Red Bull gives you force. Red Bull gives you force.
I'm gonna crash out.
Red Bull gives you force. Red Bull gives you force. Red Bull gives you force. Red Bull gives you force.
Wait, what do these top ones do? These
Red
ones
Bull
don't
gives you
do
force.
anything.
What top ones?
These
Red
top
Bull gives you
cameras.
force.
They don't do anything.
Red Bull gives you force.
Covering them,
Red Bull gives you force. Red Bull
It's
gives you
literally just the
force.
bottom ones.
Red Bull gives you force. 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 Red Bull gives you force.
Is this how I'm gonna die?
Red Bull gives you force.
Why did
Red Bull gives you
Why did I do
force.
this?
What was going on with Chris's
Red Bull gives
Are you
you
losing
force.
your mind yet?
No.
Red Bull gives you force.
We just gotta do what we just experienced
Red Bull gives
again.
you force.
That's it.
Red Bull gives you force.
We just gotta go through 30 minutes again. That's
Red
it.
Bull gives you force.
We're
Red Bull
halfway.
gives you force. Red Bull gives you
I'm
force.
at 27 minutes. What do you
Red
got?
Bull gives you force.
I'm at
Red Bull gives you force.
28.
Red Bull gives you force.
Should I go a minute
Red Bull
back?
gives
Should I
you
pause it?
force.
Should I pause it for you?
Nah.
Red Bull gives you force. Red Bull gives you force. Red Bull gives you force. Red Bull
What you
gives
doing,
you force. Red Bull gives you force. Red Bull
Who's
gives you
that?
force.
Me.
Red Bull gives you force. Red Bull gives you
Let's
force.
see. I'm gonna try and
Red Bull gives you
navigate my
force.
phone with, like, I can't see anything.
Red Bull gives you force.
I have to go based off of memory.
Red Bull gives you
I
force.
can kind of see it.
Red Bull gives you force. Red Bull gives you force. Red Bull gives you force.
See my phone, it's just a white blur.
Red Bull gives you force.
Can you go
Red
to
Bull
Google
gives you
Meet?
force.
Oh, me? Where's
Red
that?
Bull gives you force. Red
I
Bull
can't
gives
see
you
my
force.
phone. It just looks like a
Red
white
Bull gives you
blob.
force. Red Bull
Found it.
gives you force.
Thank you.
Red Bull gives you force. Red Bull gives you force.
This is the dumbest
Red Bull gives you
live
Is
ever.
it Shayla?
Red Bull
Yup.
gives you force. Red Bull gives you force. Red Bull gives you force. Red Bull gives you farts.
So,
Red Bull gives you farts. 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 Red Bull gives you farts.
So, this is the best
Red Bull
live
gives
stream
you
of all
farts.
time. Right here.
Red Bull gives you
the
farts.
time is 4:20.
Red Bull gives you farts.
Cool.
Red Bull gives you farts.
And I'm 30
Red
minutes
Bull
in.
gives you farts.
Well, then I'm 30 seconds
Red Bull
behind.
gives you farts.
That's it.
Red Bull gives you farts. 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 Red Bull gives you farts.
I'm almost there.
Red Bull gives you farts.
I'm living out.
Red Bull gives you
I'm almost at
farts.
30 minutes.
Red Bull gives you farts. Red Bull gives you farts.
Halfway
gives you
through, let's
farts.
go.
Red Bull
Only
gives you
another
farts.
half to do it. Let's go.
Red Bull gives you farts.
Oh!
Red Bull gives you farts.
I'm never
Red Bull
watching
gives
Red
you
Bull Gives You
farts.
Farts ever again. I don't think I am.
Red Bull gives you farts. Red Bull gives
Ow,
you farts.
that one actually hurt. That one actually hurt.
That
Red
actually
Bull
hurt.
gives you farts.
Not that bad.
Red Bull gives you farts.
No, don't.
Red Bull gives you farts. 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 Red Bull gives you farts.
Should I call someone?
Red Bull gives you farts. Red Bull gives you farts. Red Bull gives you farts.
Should I call someone?
Red Bull gives you farts. 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 Red Bull gives you farts.
Like, they just so much worse.
Red Bull gives you farts. Red Bull gives you farts. Red Bull gives you farts.
It's so
Red
unbearable.
Bull gives you farts.
It's so unbearable.
Red Bull gives you farts.
I should have mentioned headphone warning.
Gives you farts.
That was my bad.
Red Bull gives you farts. Red Bull gives you farts. Red Bull gives you farts.
Wait, give me a mic.
Red Bull gives you farts.
I'm not sure if the cord will reach that far, but
Red
go
Bull
right ahead.
gives you farts. Red Bull gives you Red Bull gives you farts.
You fucking.
Red Bull
It's gonna be
gives you
so
farts.
bad.
You effing F.
Red Bull gives you farts. Red Bull gives you farts. Red Bull
It's gonna be
gives you
so
farts.
bad. Wait, bring me. Wait, put.
Red Bull gives you farts. Red Bull gives you farts. Red Bull gives you farts.
Break the sound.
Dude, break it.
That's gonna be so bad.
You effing F.
Red Bull gives you farts.
It's gonna bleed in about like 15 seconds.
Red Bull gives you farts. Red Bull gives you farts. Red Bull gives you farts. Red Bull gives you farts.
Wait, it's gonna do it. Oh god, that was so bad. It just seems like You can hear the Red Bull gives you farts like bleeding in the background.
Red Bull gives you farts.
That's bad.
Red Bull gives you farts. Red Bull gives you farts. Red Bull gives you farts. Red Bull gives you farts.
Dude, you're gonna make my mic not work.
Red Bull gives you farts. Red Bull gives you farts. Red Bull gives you
Hold on,
farts.
it's not gonna work.
Red Bull gives you farts.
That is
Red Bull
dude.
gives you farts. Red Bull gives you farts. Red Bull gives you farts.
Now back to serious.
Red Bull gives you farts.
35 minutes for me. Bro, how is that 5
Red Bull gives
minutes?
you farts.
That was not 5 minutes.
Red Bull gives you farts. 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 Red Bull gives you
Okay.
farts.
Let's do a little
Red
bit
Bull
of
gives you
math.
farts.
If every
Red
2
Bull gives you
seconds he
farts.
says it once,
Red Bull
wait, how
gives you
many
farts.
seconds are in an hour?
Red Bull gives you farts.
Wait,
Red Bull gives you farts.
hey Google,
Red Bull gives you
3,600.
farts.
actually,
Red
Yeah,
Bull gives you
60 times 60,
farts.
how many
Bull
seconds
gives you
are
farts.
in an hour?
Red Bull gives you farts. Red Bull gives you farts. Red Bull gives
So
you
what's
farts.
3,600 times 2?
Red Bull gives you farts.
No wait,
7,200.
Red Bull
wait,
gives you
I
farts.
did it wrong. Hold on. What,
Red Bull
no,
gives you
wait,
farts.
what is it divided by 2?
Red Bull
Divided
gives
by
you
2?
farts. Red Bull gives you
Divided
farts.
by 2?
6,000, right?
Red Bull gives you farts.
30. No,
What?
Bull gives
no,
you
I
farts.
thought it was 36,000.
Red Bull gives you farts.
So,
Red Bull gives you
It's not
farts.
36, it's 3,600.
Red Bull
Hey,
gives you
Google.
farts. Red Bull gives you
what
farts.
is
Red Bull gives you
3,600
farts.
divided by
Red Bull gives you
2?
farts. Red Bull gives you farts.
3,600
Red
divided
Bull
by
gives
2
you farts.
equals 1,800.
Red Bull gives you
So,
farts.
we're listening to him say
Bull
it
gives you
1,800 times.
Red Bull gives you farts.
If we did
Red
math
Bull gives you
game.
farts.
What, are you...
Red Bull gives you
What?
farts.
No one be listening to him 30... Wait,
Red Bull gives you farts.
he
Red
does
Bull
do it every
gives you
2 times.
farts.
You're right. He does do it every 2 seconds.
Red Bull gives you
I'm
farts.
stupid.
Red Bull gives you farts. Red Bull gives you farts. Red Bull gives you farts.
Red Bull gives you farts.
If we did
Red
math
Bull gives you farts. Red 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 Bull gives you farts.
I know.
Red Bull
It
gives you
does suck. And
farts.
we're drinking green tea.
Red Bull gives you farts. Red Bull gives you farts. Red Bull gives you farts.
Sponsored.
Not sponsored.
Not sponsored.
Not sponsored.
Red Bull gives you farts. Red Bull gives you farts.
It's gonna escalate really quickly.
Red Bull gives you farts.
Close to 5 o'clock. Close to 5.
Red Bull gives you farts. Red Bull gives you farts. Red Bull gives you
In the
farts.
meantime, maybe I'll try learning how to whistle like this.
Red Bull gives you farts. Red Bull gives you farts. Red Bull gives you farts. Red Bull gives you
I
farts.
already give up.
Red Bull gives you farts.
I can smell.
Red Bull gives you farts.
Red
Red Bull gives you farts. Red Bull gives you farts. Red Bull
Not
gives you
sponsored by
farts.
Red Bull.
Red Bull gives you farts. Red Bull gives you farts. Red Bull gives you farts. Red Bull gives you farts.
By the way, guys, I just
Red
want to
Bull gives you
appreciate the
farts.
subscribers I've gained. Like, I really appreciate it,
Red
guys.
Bull gives you farts.
I love you all.
Red Bull gives you farts.
Hi.
Red Bull gives you farts. Red Bull gives you force.
This guy's clip farming. Those guys, you're clip farming.
You're clip farming.
I don't think I
Red Bull gives you
Okay, I do clip farm.
You're clip
Right chat, right chat.
How
I clip farm, right
Red Bull
chat.
gives you force.
62. As of right
I
now.
have like
Red Bull gives you
27.
force. Red Bull gives you force.
But I can't even go live on
Red Bull gives you
YouTube, bro.
force.
I've been going live on Facebook
Red Bull gives you
That
force.
sucks, honestly.
right now.
Red Bull gives
My
you
grandma
force.
joins every time.
Cool.
Red Bull
That's
gives
cool.
you force.
W grandma.
W grandma.
Red Bull
Your
gives
grandma's
you
cool.
force. Red Bull gives you 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 force.
What do you think that was?
Red Bull gives you
I
force.
thought you burped.
Red Bull gives you force.
40 minutes. Woohoo!
It's not that
Red
bad
Bull gives you
actually.
force.
It's going by really fast.
Yeah, a lot faster
Red Bull
than the
gives you
first
force.
time I did it.
Because you get to
Red Bull
talk to
gives you
someone.
force.
Exactly, it wasn't so boring.
Red Bull gives you force.
I'm not
Red
even
Bull
looking
gives
at
you
the screen.
force.
What am I doing?
Red Bull gives you force.
Green
Bull
tea's
gives you
a weapon
force.
now.
Red Bull gives you force. Red Bull gives you
Why is
force.
it called green tea if it's orange
Red Bull
or
gives you
yellow? I
force.
can't see the color. Everything is in
Red
black
Bull
and
gives
white.
you force.
It's orange. It's
Red Bull
orange.
gives you force.
Oh, don't want to roll over.
Red Bull gives you force.
Green tea's
Red Bull gives you force. Red Bull gives you force. Red Bull gives you Red Bull gives you force. Red Bull gives you Red Bull gives you force.
Everything is in black and white.
Red Bull gives you force.
Orange.
Red Bull gives you
Should I
Red Bull
keep
gives you
watching?
force.
Just watch.
Red Bull gives you force.
We're
Red
not
Bull gives
watching
you
my
force.
stream,
I'm not watching your stream. That's not what I
Red Bull
said.
gives you force.
So what did you say?
I said
Red
keep
Bull
watching
gives you
your stream.
force. Red Bull gives you force. Red Bull gives you force.
About
Red Bull gives you force.
About
Red Bull gives you force. Red Bull gives you force.
1 or 2 seconds, something.
Red Bull gives you force. Red Bull gives you force.
I'm gonna crash out.
So that means probably
Red Bull
3
gives you
Red Bull
force.
bucks.
Red Bull gives you force.
That means
Red Bull gives you force.
Red Bull gives you bucks is 10 seconds.
Red Bull gives you force. Red Bull gives you force.
Stop turning my chair.
Red Bull gives you force.
Stop turning my chair.
Red
Stop!
Bull gives you force.
This is serious. This is
Red Bull
serious.
gives you force.
This is cereal.
This
Red Bull
is
gives you force.
18.
Red Bull gives you force.
this is serious.
Red Bull gives you force.
18 by 60.
Red Bull gives you
Why
force.
did I look so stupid here?
Red Bull gives you force.
Can I?
Because you are stupid.
Red Bull gives you force.
Be the thinker.
Red Bull gives you force. Red Bull gives you force.
You're so
Red Bull
white
gives
on
you
my
force.
screen.
I know I'm white.
You're no
Red Bull
on my
gives you force.
on my VR though. So you're
Red
everything's
Bull
in
gives you
black and white.
force.
And I'm white.
Red Bull gives you force.
You're like pure white.
Red Bull gives you force. Red Bull gives you force. Red Bull gives you
I'm at
force.
42 minutes.
Red Bull gives you force. Red Bull gives you
You know,
force.
we were gonna do this for 5 hours,
Red
but we
Bull
don't
gives
have
you
5
force.
hours of time.
Yeah.
Red Bull gives you
Thank God.
force.
Thank God, because
Red
that would have
Bull
been a
gives you
really
force.
dumb stream. That would have been a
That
really
would
Red
have
Bull
actually
gives you
been bad.
force. Red
Stop
Bull
hitting
gives
me,
you
bro.
force.
But it's the green tea.
Red Bull
It's
gives
not
you
even
force.
green. Why do they call it green tea if it's not
Red
green?
Bull gives you force.
Because they use
Oh
green
my
tea.
gosh.
Red Bull gives you force.
Ginseng.
Red Bull gives you force.
I can't read.
Red Bull gives you
I know that
force.
this says no.
Red Bull gives you force.
Wait.
Red Bull gives you force. Red Bull gives you force. Red Bull gives you force.
Ginseng.
Red Bull gives you
Honey?
force.
Does it say honey?
Red Bull gives you force. 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 Red Bull gives you force.
I can't wait for the
Red
stream
Bull
to
gives
end.
you force.
I can roll my head too.
Red Bull gives you
My
force.
neck crackles every time I do this.
Red Bull gives you force.
And
Red
now
Bull
I'm
gives
just
you force.
moving it the other way.
Red Bull gives you force.
40, 40.
Red Bull gives you
Or my
force.
neck keeps cracking every time I do that.
Red Bull gives you force.
It's currently
Red Bull gives you farts. Red Bull gives you
farts. Red Bull gives you farts.
Red Bull gives you farts.
Should I turn on the closed caption?
Red Bull gives you farts. Red Bull gives you farts.
No, this is when the closed captioning was like Korean or
Red Bull
something.
gives you farts.
Or like Japanese.
Red Bull gives you farts. Red Bull gives you. Red Bull gives you farts.
Oh, no.
Bull gives you farts. Red Bull gives you
45
farts.
minutes,
I
dude.
like the closed caption.
Come
Red
on!
Bull gives you farts.
Bro, I'm gonna be repeating this
Red
at
Bull
school,
gives you
bro.
farts.
But no.
That's not gonna be
Red Bull
good.
gives you farts.
Red Bull gives you
I'm
farts.
gonna be just saying.
Red Bull
Red Bull
gives you
gives you
farts.
Red Bull gives you farts.
Red Bull gives you farts.
While I'm taking like a
Red Bull
math
gives
test
you
or something.
farts.
Red Bull gives you
Red Bull
farts. Hey
gives you
teacher!
farts.
Red Bull gives you farts.
Hey
Red Bull
teacher, the
gives
answer
you
is
farts.
Red Bull gives you farts.
Red Bull gives you
That's gonna be
farts.
so bad.
Red Bull
What's my
gives you
VR
farts. Red Bull gives you 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 farts.
Black. The whole stream went
Red
black.
Bull gives you farts. Red Bull gives you farts. Red Bull gives you
My whole
farts.
YouTube screen went black.
Red Bull gives you
Hey, what?
farts.
My whole YouTube screen went black.
Red
It doesn't
Bull
matter
gives
because I
you
stopped listening.
Oh.
Red Bull gives you farts. Red Bull gives you farts. Red Bull gives you farts.
It's so loud.
Red Bull gives you
Get your
farts.
headset.
Red Bull gives you farts.
What you doing?
Red Bull gives you farts.
Just checking out my old video.
Red Bull gives you farts. Red Bull gives you farts. Red Bull gives you farts.
Red Bull gives you farts. Get out!
Red Bull gives you farts. 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 Red Bull gives you farts.
Oh!
Red Bull gives you farts.
Grandma.
Red Bull gives you farts. Red Bull gives you farts.
You're gonna break that thing. Dude, my phone's gonna die. Like,
47 more.
Red Bull gives you farts. Red Bull gives you farts. Red Bull gives you farts.
hey, you're pulling the power thing. Stop, stop. You're
Red Bull
gonna.
gives you
Oh!
farts.
Oh no! It unplugged, dude!
I know, thank you. I needed that because my headset
Red
was
Bull
that.
gives you farts. Red Bull gives you
Technically,
farts. Red Bull gives you farts. Red Bull gives you farts. Red Bull gives you farts.
Oh my god.
Red Bull gives you farts. 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 Red Bull gives you farts.
You better stop.
Red Bull gives you farts.
You better freaking stop.
Red Bull gives you farts. Red Bull gives you farts.
48 minutes.
Yes,
Red
we're
Bull
almost
gives
there,
you
bro.
farts.
We can do it. We can do it. We can do
Red
it.
Bull gives you farts.
He says it 30
Red Bull
times
gives
a
you
minute,
farts.
bro.
Red Bull gives you farts. Red Bull gives you farts.
More like 20 something, but
Red Bull
yeah.
gives you farts. Red Bull gives you farts. Red Bull gives you farts.
Isn't this like the most amazing video of all
Red
time?
Bull gives you farts.
Yeah, bro.
Red Bull gives you farts. Red Bull gives you farts. Red Bull gives you
Stop.
farts.
So
Red
bored.
Bull gives you
Yeah.
farts.
It's 10 more
Red Bull
minutes.
gives you
We're
farts.
good.
Red
We're
Bull gives you farts.
chilling.
Red Bull gives you farts. 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 Red Bull gives you farts.
Yeah, guys, I think Red Bull gives you farts.
Red Bull gives you farts. Red Bull gives you farts. Red Bull gives you farts. Red Bull gives you farts. Red Bull gives you farts.
Red
Red Bull gives you farts.
Okay. You got.
Red Bull gives you farts. 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 Red Bull gives you farts.
I've gone to a state where I'm just like zoning out because
Red Bull
I'm just trying
gives
to
you farts.
tune out the Red Bull gives you
Red
farts.
Bull gives you farts. Red Bull gives you farts. Red Bull gives you farts.
Are you trying to go to sleep with Red Bull gives you farts? Nuh-uh, Red Bull gives you farts doesn't do that.
Red Bull gives you farts. Red Bull gives you farts. Red Bull gives you
White
farts.
sound. Red Bull gives you farts to go
Red
to
Bull
sleep.
gives you farts.
White sound.
Red Bull gives you farts.
Nah, Red Bull gives you farts.
Red Bull gives you
Yeah.
farts. Red Bull gives you farts. Red Bull gives you
Rock, paper,
farts.
scissors.
Red Bull gives you farts. Red Bull gives you farts.
Rock, paper, scissors.
Rock, paper, scissors?
Red Bull gives you farts. 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 Red Bull gives you
Nuh-uh.
farts. Red Bull gives you farts.
51 minutes.
Red Bull gives you farts. Red Bull gives you farts. Red Bull gives you
I'm
farts.
gonna lose my mind. I want to end it now.
Red Bull gives you farts. Red Bull gives you farts. Red Bull gives you farts.
I'm gonna set the playback speed to 2.
Red Bull gives you
Hold on.
farts.
No, don't do that. That's cheating.
Red Bull gives you farts. Red Bull gives you farts. Red Bull. Red Bull gives you farts. Red Bull gives you farts.
No, I'm good now.
Red
I
Bull
good. I
gives you
fixed it.
farts. Red Bull gives you 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 farts.
This is the stupidest stream ever.
Shoot, what
Red
about
Bull
this
gives you
though?
farts. Red Bull gives you farts. Red Bull
You don't
gives you
even look
farts. Red Bull gives you farts. Red Bull gives you farts.
Weaponized
Red Bull
nuclear
gives you
bomb.
farts.
That is nuclear.
Red Bull gives you farts.
Legalized nuclear bomb.
My toes
Red
still
Bull gives you
freaking
farts.
Your toes still hurt.
Red Bull
It
gives you
just feels
farts.
sensitive. It doesn't really hurt that bad.
Red
I mean,
Bull
if I
gives you
Guys, I'm gonna
farts.
fart now.
Red Bull gives you
Red
farts.
Bull gives you farts.
Red Bull gives you
Red Bull
farts.
gives you
Red Bull gives you
farts.
farts. Red Bull gives you farts.
Red
Guys,
Bull
I
gives
think
you
I fart.
Red Bull gives you farts. Red Bull gives you farts. Red
I
Bull
can
gives
see
you
you.
farts. Red Bull gives you 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 farts.
How many
Red Bull
minutes are you
gives you
at?
farts. Red Bull gives you farts.
53 and a half.
Red Bull gives you
How are
farts.
you all been ahead of me now?
Red Bull
What?
gives you farts. Red Bull gives you farts. Red Bull gives you farts.
Headset muting.
Red Bull gives you farts.
This guy.
Red Bull
This
gives you farts.
There- Who are you pointing
Red
at?
Bull gives you
That
farts.
guy.
I know that.
Red Bull
That
gives you
That
farts.
guy. Who are you
Red Bull
pointing
gives you
at?
farts.
That guy.
Red
That
Bull gives you
guy.
farts.
That
Red Bull
guy.
gives you farts. Red Bull gives you farts. Red Bull gives you farts. Red Bull gives you
Dom's
farts.
Lawrence.
Red Bull gives you
You
farts.
used to do that all the time.
Red Bull gives you
You're so
farts.
mad.
Red Bull gives you farts.
this is the worst time I've ever spent in my life.
Red Bull gives you farts. Red Bull gives you farts.
I think Bro's crashing out over Red Bull gives you farts.
I know. I've watched it for 2 hours now. I already did it the first hour. I look miserable.
Red Bull gives you force.
Well, too bad. You gotta look
Red
miserable
Bull gives you
again.
force. Red Bull gives you force. Red Bull gives you force. Red Bull gives you force.
It's 4:45.
At least
Red
someone
Bull
else
gives you
watched it
force.
though.
Red Bull gives you force. Red Bull gives you force.
this a piggy.
Red Bull gives you force.
You should what?
Red Bull gives you force.
piggy next.
Red Bull gives you force.
Yes.
Yeah.
Red Bull gives you
Yes.
force.
You'll watch it for the third
Red
hour.
Bull gives you force. Red Bull gives you force.
Yeah, he farts all the time.
Red Bull gives you force. 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 Red Bull gives you force.
What's your
Red Bull
time?
gives you force.
55
Red Bull gives you
minutes.
force.
I'm at 54
Red
and
Bull gives you
52
force.
seconds.
Okay, that's pretty good.
Red Bull gives you force.
Gives you farts.
Red Bull gives
Home
you
stretch, bro.
force.
Red Bull
Home
gives
stretch.
you farts.
Red Bull gives you force. Red Bull gives you
I think I'm
force.
developing a brain tumor.
Red Bull gives you force.
Seriously!
Red Bull gives you
Guys,
force.
It's called
my
Red Bull
brain
gives you
is
farts. Brain
slowly
tumor.
disintegrating.
Red Bull gives you force. 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 Red Bull gives you
Holy
force.
frick.
Red Bull gives you force. 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 Red Bull gives you force.
I'm gonna throw my headset.
Red Bull gives you force. 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 Red Bull gives you force.
Yeah, that was loud as heck.
Red Bull gives you force. 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 Red Bull
58 minutes.
Red Bull gives you
I think your mom's
force.
on, bro.
Yeah, my mom's home.
Red Bull gives you force.
Don't worry, we got 2 minutes.
Red Bull gives you force. Red Bull gives you force.
You have 2 minutes.
Red Bull
I
gives you
have
force.
2 minutes 30 seconds
Red Bull
starting now.
gives you force. Red Bull gives you force.
Why are you so slow?
Red Bull
Yes,
gives you
ma'am.
force. Red Bull gives
Yeah, Mom!
Red Bull gives you force.
I don't know what you're saying. I'm watching Red Bull gives you...
Red Bull
Red
gives you force.
Bull gives you farts.
Red Bull gives you force.
Yeah!
Red Bull gives you force. Red Bull gives you force.
Sure.
Red Bull gives you force. 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 Red Bull.
I'm not even happy that I did this. 1 more minute for
Red Bull
me.
gives you force. Red Bull 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 gives you force.
Guys,
Red Bull gives you
I'm literally gonna crash out.
Red Bull gives you force. Red Bull gives you force. Red Bull gives you force. Red Bull gives you force.
1 more minute for me,
Red Bull
son.
gives you force. Red Bull gives you force. Red Bull gives you force.
52.
Red Bull gives you force.
What?
Red Bull gives you force. Red Bull gives you force.
This is psychological torture in like every way possible. Alright, I crossed the hour mark, but the thing is that my video goes over an hour, so we're basically watching it at the same
Red
time.
Bull gives you force. Red Bull gives you force.
30 seconds.
Red Bull gives you force.
28, 27,
Red Bull gives you
26,
force.
25, 24,
Red Bull gives you
23,
force.
22,
Red
21.
Bull gives you force.
I can't count
Red Bull gives you
anymore.
force.
Yeah, we lost all our brain cells
Red
because
Bull
of
gives
this.
you force.
Yeah!
Red Bull gives you force.
Huh? Sort of.
Red Bull gives you force. Red Bull gives you force.
What?
Red Bull gives you force.
Do I want what? No.
Red Bull gives you force.
I did it.
Make the video last longer,
Red Bull
bro.
gives you force.
I'm at an hour and
Red Bull
11
gives you
seconds.
force.
Thank God.
Red Bull gives you force.
What will I do with my life then?
Red Bull gives
Are
you
you at an hour
force.
yet?
It gives you that
Red Bull gives you
Almost done.
force.
realization.
Red Bull gives you force. 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 Red Bull gives you force.
Rebel gives farts. Rebel gives farts.
Why not?
Red Bull gives you
Like, I really
force.
appreciate it, guys. It means a lot to me.
Red Bull gives you force.
It sounds so distorted.
Let's go!
Wait, listen to the fart. Ready? Calm. Wait, ready? Listen to the fart.
Oh! What the hell? We're done!
We're done.
Finally done.
We exit out my tab. Finally.
It's about freaking time, dude. Now I can put my camera back in the normal spot. This was a great stream, guys.